What's going on, YouTube? It's CHIEFTEXX Films, your tour guide on the road to elevating your image. And on this channel, I like to highlight my ups and downs so you can capitalize off of my wins and suffer none of my losses. If there's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. All right, today we're talking about gear envy. Alright, so if you're an OG to the channel, and I want all my OGs in the comments below, man, you know I've been around the world with this film equipment thing, man. I had it all. I didn't tried it all out, and it's funny because yesterday I went and bought the G7, which is one of the cameras that I started the channel with, and that's what I'm filming on right now. So I spent a lot of money, lost a lot of money in trades and all of that kind of stuff to end up ultimately back on the same camera that I started on. So gear envy is real, man. And as a YouTuber, I don't want to lead you down the road to do what I did, man. That's why my intro says I went through it so y'all don't have to, man. Get a camera, man, and stick with it. Master that camera. You don't have to get all of these cameras because the YouTuber's telling you to get them, man. You know, the R5, the Canon, whatever that new Canon is that they got. What is it, C70? That camera like $5,000–$6,000. And if you a YouTuber, is that really gonna help you to create better videos? I doubt it. One thing I've learned is on this channel, I'm gonna put that out there, man. This channel is gonna be a Micro Four Thirds channel, man. And honestly, I would put my skills up against anybody with a full frame, and let's shoot the same thing and show me how spending $5,000–$6,000 justifies the outcome of what you end up with, man. It's not gonna justify going full frame and spending $5,000–$6,000. You know, I can get the same results from a Micro Four Thirds camera. For one, the battery is better on Micro Four Thirds. It's a lot smaller and agile. I could do a lot with this Panasonic G7 that I can't do with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera even. So a lot of the stuff that I shoot is gonna be on this a lot of stuff that I shoot is gonna be on this Panasonic G7, just because it's easier to whip out. Like, the lens is small, the camera's small, battery lasts all day. It can record 4K to the memory card. So why would I whip out the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera? I mean, don't get me wrong, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera's image is a lot better, but for YouTube, you can't tell the difference, man. So my YouTube camera is gonna be the Panasonic G7 forever, ever. Forever, ever. You hear me? So even if I do get other cameras for whatever reason, I'm keeping the Panasonic G7 for the YouTube channel, man. I might get a couple more just so I can get some, you know, have some backups and you know, get a couple different angles when I'm shooting these behind the scenes videos. But yeah, man, that's what I'm all about now, is being able to whip the camera out and get straight to work. 4K at 24 frames a second, great for these talking head shots. And then if I want to do slow-mo, I can do 60 frames a second in HD, which I edit on the HD timeline anyway, so that's really not a big deal to me. I thought at one point I wanted to have a 4K 60, so I went out and got the Panasonic GH5S, which is a great camera, but not much better than the Panasonic G7. Only difference is the dual native ISO, which is great. That's a great thing. That's a great reason to upgrade. But 4K, man, I can shoot 4K on the G7, and I can do my slow-mo when I need it. So it really wasn't a need to jump to the GH5S other than the fact that it was new, shiny, and I wanted to get the camera, but I went from the Panasonic GH5S to the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, which was $1,200, which is not that bad. That's a great investment. But then I jumped out and went and got the Ursa Mini for $1,500 at a pawn shop, and ultimately it's a brick now. And there was no reason for me to even buy that camera other than the fact that it was $1,500. I didn't even want that camera. It's too big, it's too heavy. So gear envy, man, you know. I talked myself into getting that camera for no reason. And actually, to me, the Panasonic, the pocket camera, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera 4K shoots better footage than the Ursa Mini did because it has dual native ISO. So it was just a big camera for no reason, and I got it just to get it to look cool. But you got to think, ultimately, what are we here for? What are we doing this for? We doing it to put out great images and great products. So Panasonic G7 4K slow-mo, I can take pictures with it. I can't take pictures with the Pocket Cinema camera. So like if I'm shooting a music video or a TV show or anything like that, then I'm gonna rig out the Pocket 4K and use that camera. But anything else that I can just whip the camera out, I'm gonna use the Panasonic G7. And my setup here, I'm gonna show you guys my setup. I'm gonna pan up on my setup because I haven't seen anybody do this, and it works perfect for me for these vlogging situations, man. It's a telescoping pole with some tripod feet on the bottom, and it works perfect. I can just set it up, forget about it, and capture all my behind the scenes stuff. So I'm gonna show y'all that, my setup. And again, I'm using the Panasonic G7. I'm using the Video Micro for the top for the audio, which in here is echoey, so it might not sound too good in here, but anywhere else, this microphone sounds excellent. Yeah, man, so don't let these YouTubers trick y'all into buying all of this extravagant stuff, man. I mean, pick a tool and use that, man, you know. Stop upgrading your cameras every month. You don't need to do that, man. Coming from a YouTuber who's done it, who's had almost all the cameras out, the Canon RP, because they said the autofocus was amazing, which it was amazing, but how often do you use autofocus? Like, I'm standing in one spot right now. I don't need no autofocus, man. So, yeah, man, stop letting these YouTubers trick y'all into getting a camera every month. They can afford it. I don't know about y'all. I can't. I can't afford a $5,000-$6,000 Canon R5, which I guarantee you, man, I'm telling you, I challenge anybody. This Panasonic G7 versus your Canon R5, I'll mop the floor with you, and that's a guaranteed statement. I've been shooting that long where I can make this look just as good as that, man. I might have to step back a little bit further to get the wide shots, but come on, man. $5,000-$6,000 for a camera. Where's your profit margin, man? Like, how you gonna make money if you constantly spending, you know, on the newest, shiniest thing, man? You not starting out. I'm telling you, man, I dug myself in a deeper hole. I was making a lot of money, but I was spending a lot of money on gear. So I'm back to the Panasonic G7, man. You do what you want to do, but I'm telling you, you don't need all of these new cameras because your favorite YouTuber told you to go get it. You know what I mean? You take it for what it's worth, man. But anyway, I'm out. But y'all keep them cameras rolling.